Your words are on the verge of turning against you, and if you're not careful, you might speak your own downfall into being without even realizing it. Everyone assumes Mercury is just about communication, texting, thinking, speaking, expressing, but what if that's not the whole truth? Because when Mercury moves into the heart of the Sun, Cazimi, your voice can shift from clarity to chaos. Not just noise, but spiritual static. And here's where it gets risky. Speak too much, and you could block the very upgrade your soul was moments away from receiving. Right now, silence isn't just golden, it's transformational. Being loud could literally shift your destiny. And watch closely, because something rare is arriving on June 3rd. Most won't notice, but there's a reason this day stands apart from the rest. I'll reveal it soon. Don't miss it. Also, since today's message is all about not saying too much, I'll leave this part up to you. If there's something you've been tempted to say but didn't, just sit with it for a moment. Or if you feel like gently breaking the silence, you could leave what's been on your mind below. Mercury Cazimi doesn't fully peak until tomorrow. So if something's been building, today might be your window to release it. You can even drop 000 alongside it. It's the number of the void, pure potential, and it aligns perfectly with the stillness of this shift. Because in a few seconds, I'm going to show you why this alignment is secretly broadcasting a message about June. And once you hear it, you'll understand how speaking right now comes with consequences. This alignment taking place tomorrow on the 30th isn't just about tomorrow. It's seeding a signal into the first week of June, a ripple, a preview, a coded blueprint for something that's about to unfold. But here's the twist. This message isn't meant to be spoken, not yet. It's being planted in you quietly, like a whisper under your skin. And if you're too busy talking, performing, thinking out loud, you'll miss it. Those who stay quiet now, they'll know exactly what to do when June arrives. Those who talk too much, they're the ones who give others just enough to ruin it for them. Your success story can be spiritually hijacked during this time. Right now, Mercury is moving into the heart of the Sun. That's not just symbolic, it's an energetic spotlight. And anything you say under that spotlight, it gets magnified, amplified, echoed across the spiritual grid. But here's the catch. That amplification doesn't just go upward into the divine, it also goes sideways into the minds, hearts, and energetic fields of the people around you. And not everyone's intentions are clean. This is not the time to post your next big move, to share your epiphany, or to announce your breakthrough. Not because you're hiding, but because your vision is still tender, raw, alive. And when you speak it too early, it becomes vulnerable to distortion. You're giving others access to a timeline they're not meant to shape. Even silent projections, someone else's doubts, jealousy, or confusion can subtly bend your path without you even realizing it. And it's not always malicious. Sometimes it's unconscious. Someone hears your progress and, without meaning to, starts weaving their own fear into your field. This isn't about paranoia. It's about energetic hygiene. Right now, your future is in incubation. Keep it sacred. Let it develop strength in the silence. Move like shadow across sunlight. Present, precise, protected. You can celebrate later, but for now, silence is the shield your vision needs. The silence is not the end. It's the doorway to everything that's about to speak. If today feels strangely quiet, if it seems like the universe pressed pause on your clarity, your inspiration, even your motivation, good. That's the sign you're exactly where you need to be. Because this alignment is not the crescendo. It's the vacuum, the eye of the energetic storm. But what follows this quiet moment isn't peace, it's flood. Once Mercury slips past the Sun's exact degree, it moves forward like lightning. Thoughts accelerate, downloads arrive fast and raw, visions return, coincidences multiply, messages show up, in dreams, on screens, in overheard conversations. but only if you've cleared space for them. Those who try to fill the silence with noise, scrolling, talking, reacting, will miss the point, and they'll miss the messages. There are messages coming for you, but they're coded in a language silence teaches you to hear. If you've honored the stillness, you'll be ready. You'll be able to feel what's meant for you. You'll know when to act. You'll know which sign is the real one and which one's the trap. And don't be surprised if the insight doesn't come in a neat sentence. Sometimes the truth shows up as an image, a chill down your spine, a thought you didn't expect to think. That strange urge to post something, to explain yourself, to justify a feeling, a choice, an idea, it creeps in quietly. Maybe I should just say this one thing. Maybe I should comment back. Maybe I should clear the air. But pause, because that's not your intuition. That's the ego panicking. During this alignment, something rare happens. Your soul takes the wheel just for a moment. Not forever, just long enough to reroute the signal. The ego, which is usually driving the conversation in your head and in your life, feels this shift, and it hates it. That sudden compulsion to speak, to break the silence, to justify yourself to people who don't even really know you. That's your ego trying to get back control. It senses that silence is a threat to its identity, because in silence it can't perform, it can't impress, it can't protect, and it can't distract you from your actual soul path. The ego thrives in noise, the soul in stillness. This alignment creates a moment where the mind doesn't get to dominate the dialogue, and so it will throw everything it has at you. Random thoughts, emotional spirals, imaginary arguments, a weird urge to over-explain something to someone who's not even listening. That's not insight, that's not clarity, that's a distraction. Let the silence make you uncomfortable. Let it stretch you. Let it reveal what's hiding underneath. Because the truth is, most people aren't afraid of silence. They're afraid of what comes up in the silence. This is spiritual psychology. The silence is not empty, it's a mirror. And what you see in that mirror is you, raw and unfiltered. Let that be okay. Don't rush to fill the space. Don't drown your discomfort with content, with opinions, with reactions. Sit in it. Feel it. Watch the ego squirm. That's how you know something real is happening. And here's the secret. If you can get through the discomfort without breaking the silence, something deeper will awaken. A knowing, a clarity, a stillness that doesn't depend on external approval. Most people won't last 5 minutes in that space, but if you do, you'll notice something subtle, something powerful, something that will ripple into your next timeline, and that ripple, it lands on June 3rd. Here's what no one is telling you. This alignment isn't just a moment, it's a portal, and on June 3rd, the echo of everything you did or didn't say during this silence will come back around. And it doesn't show up with flashing lights or cosmic fireworks. It shows up subtly, through events, conversations, synchronicities. The universe doesn't always speak loudly, but it always reflects. If you've chosen silence, not just with your mouth, but with your energy, if you've chosen inner clarity over outer noise, then June 3rd will carry something different for you. A long overdue conversation finally happening, a door opening that you forgot you were even knocking on. But for those who couldn't stay quiet, who couldn't resist the ego's urge to interrupt the transmission, the echo will be distortion, static, confusion, a sense that something slipped through their fingers without them realizing why. This is why this alignment is sacred. It's not a cute astrological moment. It's not a time to manifest out loud or do more spiritual busy work. It's a reset, a complete psychic realignment. Silence isn't emptiness. It's the spiritual coding space. What you don't say now becomes what the universe writes into your timeline next. June 3rd isn't just another day. It's the spiritual response to this moment. So if you're feeling like nothing is happening right now, trust that something is building under the surface. Trust that the version of you who stays silent now is already creating the frequency that your future self is going to walk into. It's like planting a seed without telling anyone. You just water it, you let the sun hit it, you don't explain it. So stay present, stay silent, because the echo is coming, and it's only going to resonate with what you dared to keep sacred. Silence doesn't just quiet the mind, it reveals what's been driving it all along. There are moments when the layers between your conscious and unconscious mind collapse. This alignment is one of those rare alignments where that inner firewall goes offline for a few hours. It's like the operating system of your entire being becomes visible. Your core belief, the one you don't talk about, the one you don't even know you're running on, shows itself. You won't hear it in a thought. You won't see it in a sign. You feel it, raw, subtle, beneath the surface of your emotions. And it often shows up as a strange tension, a sense of something trying to rise while the world around you stays eerily still, like a secret memory you can't quite access, but it's there. What you're really feeling is your core programming, not the things you say you believe, not your affirmations, your journaling, or your intellectual understandings. What's surfacing is the deep code, the actual energetic statement your life has been built around. It might be something empowering like, I am safe being seen. But for many it might be something darker. I'm always too late. I'm not worthy. No one stays. And you won't hear it out loud. You'll feel it pressing at the edge of your awareness during the silence. This is the spiritual gold. This is the hidden script that's been writing your story without your consent. And during this window, it flickers to the surface just long enough for you to see it, and maybe rewrite it. Your silence is a password, and the portal only opens when you stop trying to speak your way through it. It's a short window, hours, not days. But in those hours, you can trace back the invisible thread that's been weaving your reality. Not by thinking about it, but by feeling what rises when you give your mind nothing to grab onto. Some people will resist this. They'll get fidgety, anxious, irritated. They'll look for distractions, conversations, reasons to explain what they're feeling. But if you can stay just a little longer, you might witness something that changes your trajectory. Because once you name the core belief that's been running in the background, you don't have to obey it anymore. The silence won't give you a script, but it will give you truth. And that's the start of real power. When Mercury enters the sun's heart, your mind enters the flame. Not to be destroyed, but to be refined. Let's talk about the heat, because that's what this alignment really is about. It's not just a spiritual moment, but an initiation by fire. Mercury, the planet of the mind, ideas, logic, communication, literally dives into the core of the sun. Not near it, not orbiting around it, inside it. In ancient astrology, they called this moment Cazimi, which means in the heart of the sun. And that's exactly what it is, the mind entering the heart of the fire. What does that feel like for you? For some, it's overstimulation, racing thoughts, sudden downloads that don't make sense, emotional flashes from nowhere. Others feel foggy, disoriented, almost like they've lost track of time or place. This is the mind meeting its own limit, and when that limit is met, the fire doesn't ask for logic, it asks for surrender. This alignment's fire is alchemical. It's meant to burn away the distortion, the noise, the outdated mental scripts. But the catch is, it burns whatever is on the surface. If your mind is noisy, cluttered, defensive, that's what it tortures. Silence doesn't just protect you here. It allows the fire to refine you instead of consuming you. Without all the words and chatter to hold on to, the deeper truth, the one behind the noise, starts to crystallize. Let the fire strip your mind of its illusions, not your essence. This isn't about being passive. It's about being present enough to witness the mind unravel without trying to fix it. Because this moment isn't about understanding, it's about transformation. You might feel mentally off in the next few days. That's normal. Some thoughts will feel too loud. Others will vanish mid-sentence. You may feel emotionally tender, as if the usual walls in your brain are thinner. Let it happen. The fire is working. You don't need to guide it. You just need to stay close enough to the silence that you don't confuse detox with destruction. Because when this portal closes and Mercury leaves the sun's heart, you'll begin to see what made it through the flame and what didn't. That's the version of you you'll carry forward. Most people miss the message not because it isn't loud, but because they're too busy speaking over it. There's a secret about spirit. Communication no one talks about enough. It's not the volume of the message that matters, it's the stillness of the channel. And tomorrow, during this alignment, the universe opens a rare, pristine frequency. It's like a cosmic radio tower coming online, one that can only transmit on the wavelength of your silence. We always say we want signs, we want answers, clarity, guidance, but how often are we truly quiet enough to hear them? Not just silent on the outside, still on the inside. No rehearsed affirmations, no looping thoughts, no over-explaining to the universe what we think we need, just space. Because here's the truth, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your higher self. They've been trying to get through. But most of the time, there's no open door. Too much noise, too much static. Tomorrow, the veil thins, not because you chase it, but because you stop chasing. This is divine telepathy, but it's subtle. They don't use words, they use impressions, sensations, symbols, intuitive nudges, and they need room to land. Mercury's heart alignment with the sun doesn't just amplify your thoughts, it strips them down. For a brief moment, your mind becomes an open line, and whatever's been waiting on the other side has a chance to step in. You might feel chills with no breeze. You might think a thought and instantly feel it wasn't yours. You might hear a sentence, feel a presence, or see an image flash through your mind and linger. That's not coincidence, but if you're too busy asking, you might miss the moment it's actually being answered. This is why today isn't about looking for signs, it's about becoming receptive to them. Don't seek, don't force, don't fill the space, just listen. If you do, even for a few moments, you might finally hear the voice that's been calling your name in every dream, every déjà vu, every gut feeling you've brushed off. They've always been with you, but tomorrow you'll feel them closer than ever. There's a time to create, and there's a time to become the vessel. Here's where it gets flipped on its head. While most people are scrambling to write manifestation scripts, repeat mantras, or visualize outcomes, the real energy of this alignment? It's about stillness, not strategy. And this is why it throws people off. Because we've been conditioned to believe that we have to do something to manifest. That the more we push, the more we script, the more we declare, the faster it comes. But not today. Today is sacred pause. Today is the inhale before the exhale of reality shifts. Today, Mercury doesn't want you to speak your desires. It wants you to empty yourself of noise, so you can finally receive the instructions. This is manifestation through alignment, not effort. And that can be deeply uncomfortable, especially for those of us who are used to controlling every detail of our spiritual path. But silence. Silence puts you in direct contact with Source, because you're not the architect today. You're the channel. And if your mind is too busy drawing plans, you'll never hear what the universe is actually trying to build through you. This is the moment where your future timeline is silently seeded. And that seed doesn't need noise. It needs space, surrender, trust. So don't try to force clarity today. Don't wrestle with intentions. Just listen. Just feel. Let the vision find you. You'll know what it is when your body reacts before your mind even understands it. A tear you didn't expect. A peace you can't explain. A pull toward something that hasn't happened yet, but already feels like home. And tomorrow, if you dare to be empty, you just might get filled with something real. Silence isn't absence. It's the presence of something deeper, waiting to be heard. We live in a world that's constantly asking us to prove, explain, respond. But tomorrow, you're not required to do any of that. In fact, you're not meant to, because this alignment isn't just an astrological event. It's a divine pause, a cosmic stillness, a reset point, not just for your mind, but for your entire frequency. And in that stillness, something ancient awakens. Not your ego, not your plans, but your soul, the part of you that existed long before this version of your name, your timeline, your dreams. The part of you that remembers why you came here, that already knows what to release, that already knows where you're headed, even when you don't. But here's the catch. You can't think your way there. You can't word it into existence. You have to feel your way back into it. And that happens when the noise stops. Silence is the frequency where truth returns to the body. So tomorrow, May 30th, don't explain yourself. Don't debate whether to share. Don't respond to the urge to be seen or heard or understood. That's not where your alignment is. Instead, do nothing. Let the silence surround you like an old friend you didn't realize you missed. Let it show you what's already known inside of you. The answers, the confirmations, the timing. They're not waiting on effort. They're waiting on space. You don't have to force clarity. You are the clarity. And when you stop trying to be anything else, it shows up. Tomorrow, don't post just because you feel like you should. Don't speak just to fill the space. Don't act from fear or noise or the need to make something happen. The truth is, it's already unfolding. You're not missing the message. The message is flowing through you. You only need to be still enough to receive it. If you're still here, thank you for your presence. If this resonated with you and you'd like more, consider subscribing. Your support truly means a lot. Feel free to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Until next time, stay well and subscribe for more meaningful insights.